navigating unsafe people. Um, let's talk about boundaries, right? Boundaries, man. So this is a big one, y'all. This is for not just yourself, but for others as well. Sometimes some people are so unsafe that they don't realize that they're unsafe onto themselves and for others. So you need to create a safety rail or safety guard or a safety environment for them. And I know you probably feel like, man, why do I need to take the responsibility, initiative to even do that? So if it's somebody like your parent or a best friend or somebody, I don't know, there's a reason why that person in your is so close to you and they're unsafe. Like why would you allow an unsafe person from just general perspective that you don't know around you, right? You don't know a stranger, you don't let a stranger into your personal space. But the people we're talking about right now are those that are in your personal space. Because anybody outside of their personal space, that know you for real, I'm not saying they don't matter, but like you shouldn't be that stressed about them. You just have to understand this is how the world is and how it functions, right? We have crazy people, we have unsafe people, and they roam the world. And there's a lot of good, amazing people out there too. So, but for right now, we're talking about boundaries with people that are in your life, including yourself. So, the Bible tells us one thing. I don't know if you're a believer or not. If you're not, just stick with me. But it says to guard your heart. This is one of the best advices that I feel like God has ever given me, and I've seen it in healthy ways and I've seen it in unhealthy ways. So let's talk about those, right? So guard your heart. We have to guard our hearts because our heart is literally the source connected to our mind. The heart, brain, the mind, gut, all this stuff, those health facts and things. For example, like your heart is so connected to your entire being. It keeps you breathing, it keeps you functioning. And so, with that being said, if you don't have the right emotional factors of your heart is not in the right place, you'll start to do things that you probably don't want to do, which is now knocking out, your strength and your willingness to do things and also messing up your mind. Like if you have dirty thoughts or if you have just a wicked heart, there's probably something going on in the mind or a lot of trauma, a lot of unforgiveness. You just angry at the world, you just want to fight people. There's something about the heart that needs to be guarded, right? And so we have to dig deeper on to find out what those things are, but we're going to do that later. The next thing is strive for peace. Strive for peace. The Bible doesn't tell us to strive for anything from what I see, and anybody else can correct me, but I only seen the word strive in the Bible for peace. The Bible always tells us to take things at ease, to not stress out, to just be at peace. When you're striving for something, I mean, you're literally going out your way to make it happen. But it tells us to go out your way and make it happen for peace. And what does that look like? That looks like doing things you don't want to do. So if there's some unforgiveness with your family member, it could be your dad, mom, brother, sister, whatever, it is telling you to, hey, reach out to this person and say, I forgive you. Now, saying that probably you hearing me and you're like, what? Like, you don't know what this person done to me. You don't know what this person said to me. You don't know, etc. I don't, but you do. And it's causing you to not be at peace because look how you're even feeling just thinking about it, right? And we're not supposed to live that way. We're supposed to just be a breeze, bro. Like life is literally a breeze. We don't know our days. We don't know when is our time. We don't know any of that stuff. And it's like, we don't even know if we're gonna wake up tomorrow, right? So why are we tripping over a bad moment that's trying to stay with you forever for a lifetime? Like let that go so that you can start to live, right? So we don't want to just be guarded all the time. So we have to guard our hearts in a way where we can strive for peace. Guard your heart in a way where you can strive for peace. When you strive for peace, you are now training yourself to learn how to let go quicker because you have all this built up tension. You have all this built up emotions that haven't came out and you're so defensive. You don't trust people. You don't want to be around people. And there's a reason why, because you're hurt and you haven't forgave certain people. And sometimes you don't have to reach out to people to say, hey, I forgave you, but you do need to set some standards in place, some things I would call like a passport or some guidelines, some restrictions. Like remember with COVID, we couldn't go certain past places or certain countries or states, etc., without having a vaccine. Now, I'm not telling you to go create a product and give it to people so that they can have access to your life because they're not right in the mind or whatever, or that they're difficult. I'm saying you need to create a system, a proper healthy system that can make you healthy for others and also make the difficult people just healthy for you. Like there's some people we can't avoid, like our parents. Like how do we navigate life and still have boundaries with our parents? Because parents sometimes don't believe that they should be the ones that have to deal with boundaries. And so, we'll talk about that. But those are one thing to look for when navigating unsafe people. We need to have boundaries set in place, and we need to make sure that we're at a place where we are striving for that, because we need to live life at peace. And the Bible tells us to have to be at peace, to be in love, and have a sound mind. And we can't have a sound mind, have negative thoughts coming in, like automatic negative thoughts just popping up. And you're like, hey, I didn't think of that. Is that thought even me? Like, these are the things that are like cramming us up, and we need to learn how to let them go. So this is boundaries. We need to learn how to create boundaries that are safe for just not other people, but for ourselves, so that we can be the best version of ourselves at all times. So I'll see you in the next video, family. Peace out.